The impact segment tonight, as mentioned, looks very bleak for President in Congress. According to the Washington Post, just 26 members of the House are committed to military action, 24 in the Senate. That's a disaster. Joining us from Washington, Fox News senior political analyst Bert Hume. So at this point, I think the president is going to lose if the vote in Congress is even held. But now Harry Reid says he's not going to put it up in the Senate. So there's stuff going on behind the scenes, right?
Well, there is, Bill, and this Russian proposal today, picking up on something that John Kerry said offhandedly and apparently with not much sincerity, has changed the landscape. The voting was supposed to start in the Senate on Wednesday. That's now been put off. I think it's been put off indefinitely. It's quite possible, Bill, that there will never be a vote on this. And the reason is this. What the Russians are proposing, and it will take a long time to work through the complexities of its feasibility and all that, is basically to give the president what he said he was seeking, which was to end Bashar Assad's chemical weapons program. This would do it by placing it under international supervision, which would mean what the president was trying to do would be accomplished without firing a shot, and it would mean, and you're certainly not going to get members of Congress to vote up or down on a proposal to use force to do something that may happen without the use of force.
The president,
so that's where we are.
The president will probably declare victory as he did today and say, hey, this will be happening if I don't threaten him.
Well, exactly.
But here's the rub on this thing. Putin is a scoundrel. You'd agree with that, right?
I wouldn't dispute that, no.
Okay. So he's a scoundrel, and he's manipulating the whole thing so that America looks bad and he looks good. He's a baby killer, Putin. I mean, he gives Assad and Iran and all that other cover to do whatever they want, supplies them with weapons. So we can't trust Putin.
No.
But as you said, what Putin's trying to do is tie it up. You know, he'll do the little two-step for weeks and weeks and weeks. Obama knows he's not going to win in Congress now, shockingly. So Obama will probably allow Putin to do it.
Oh, no, not allow it. He's jumping at the opportunity. Remember, Obama's a man...
You saw the interview with Chris Wallace. He didn't jump.
Oh, yes, he did.
You think he jumped?
Yes, he did. Oh, well,
he just said,
jump
well, we're gonna take a look at it. He wasn't jumping.
Bill, trust me, President Obama is thrilled tonight. John Kerry said this. Obama was even claiming in one of the interviews he did tonight that this proposal from Putin was a continuation of discussions that he, Obama, had with Putin during that summit. Obama is going to portray this as a victory for him, and in some respects he can make it look like that.
That's right. So that's what he'll probably do.
Well, and it's so this is one of the, this may you say that it will weaken the United States, and I don't disagree with you. But to all outward appearances, the president can portray this as a victory. Meanwhile, members of Congress who don't want to cast a tough vote are likely to be off the hook, at least for the time being, and maybe forever.
So all the weasels win, with all due respect.
Well, that's one way of putting it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, just go down a list of weasels starting with Putin. They all win. All right, so Hume and I are cynical about this, ladies and gentlemen, and because we've been around and we know what the game is. But in reality, President Obama has taken a beating over this issue. And even if he declares victory, all right, everybody knows he's taken a beating over it. And there's no doubt about it, is there?
No, I don't think there is. I think he painted himself into this corner. He did what he thought he had to do, and then at the last minute, of course, when he was prepared to actually do something, he decided to back away from that and try to throw the ball to Congress's court and claim that Congress's credibility was on the line, not his, and so on. It looked like he was going to lose in Congress. He was in a desperate situation politically, and now comes this, which amounts to him to a political lifeline.
Okay. Now, I'm trying to phrase this question so that I don't get 7,000 emails in the next hour. All of this might turn out to be a good thing for the USA, in the sense that we know President Obama has been diminished in the eyes of the world and inside the United States. There's no doubt about that. But if we don't have to go and bomb anybody, all right, and we do get the gas away from Assad, that's a good thing.
Well,
so maybe
Putin,
Putin, the one time in his life that he's ever done something decent. And I'm going to tell everybody, if you think I'm overstating Putin, he is an admirer of Joseph Stalin.
I know.
He loves Stalin, this guy. So this might be a good thing for America that Putin has jumped in. Last word.
Well, the problem is, of course, that there are tremendous technical complexities to the United Nations or some other international body getting control of and verifying the control of those
believe me,
chemical and biological weapons.
Assad won't use them again.
Well, for the time being, obviously he won't. And in that sense, this may never. In the end, he may still end up with him unpunished, and that is an undesirable outcome. And everyone in the world, as you suggest, will have seen the president backing down. So and that's a loss of credibility, and that hurts the country and I think arguably the world.
All right, Britt. And right now, the president's speech tomorrow night is being rewritten to put this Russian element in there. So it'll be interesting to see how that pans out.